Okay, good morning to everybody. This is Akol Nguyen from Akol Podcast. Today we are coming live with Brother Dana Kodao. We are going to discuss about Will County's tournament. This is what we are going to discuss today. Brother Dow has been here always. We have been talking about social issues. We have been talking about leadership and business as well. So he's also one of the greatest fans of a Will County's tournament. He has been supporting this initiative since 2022 or 2023, let me say, during the start point of Miss Northern Barkazal's sponsorship of a Will County's tournament, coming to a Will Conference of Athletes, and then coming to a Will Youth Unions, which was organized last year, and then today it was organized again. It's going to be organized by our president, Waldut Angwi. He's going to launch this in Juba International Stadiums, and this is going to be 31st of May 2026. So it's a great thing indeed here, and we are going to find out from Dow. We are going to talk about this tournament. How is he thinking this tournament is going to end? Is it going to end good, or there are something that he's seeing thing that the management is not seeing? He's also going to tell us, and what are the issues that may come from that, and the challenge that he's seeing as one of the top funds. And also, we want also to talk about the funds okay, yes, we want to talk about the funds. We also want to talk about the team's status. Are they on forms? All these five teams plus one of the team called Will All Star. All these things we are going to discuss with my brother Dana Kodao. He's one of the fans, and we are going to digest all these things. This is a conversation that's brought to you by a call podcast, the Boys of Innovation. Brother Dao, welcome to a call podcast, the Boys of Innovation. We are really excited to have you today. As you always come here, you give us a lot of things as well. So we appreciate that you are here today. We want to. I want to ask you some of the question in regard to football. Uh, we are talking about the World Counties tournaments, which is going to take place in 31st of May 2026. So, what do you see about this tournament? Do you see the organization is going to be good? And what do you see? Are you going to see peace in the tournament? Do you see that people are going to come together as a sport always unite people? So, what do you see about the World Counties tournament? Welcome. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you so much, Brother Con. I am very happy to have you this morning. Since yesterday that you told me that we shall be having live to discuss things to do with this tournament, I feel excited and I wake up prepared actually to come and interact with you and also have my message about this tournament. Uh, First and foremost, I would like to thank you for always providing this platform for each and everyone to come up with ideas that will help all of us together. To go direct to the point of the tournament, this tournament is very nice tournament. It will not be like other tournament that I played some years back because the way I see the organization, it is very well organized and the management is really, really serious. The way they studied and the way they categorize everything. So that this tournament will be great tournament. Sport is something very nice. It brings people together and it creates the opportunity where people meet in tracks and do so many things in the ground. But to talk about the way I see this tournament have so many angles that are going to happen on it. So I see people are not well prepared. The team is not well prepared. The management is okay, but when you see all the teams, I don't see how they're going to compete well this year because uh, all this time they have been scattered one by one. They are not staying in one place to make training, and so that people may see how capable are they and how they are going to compete among themselves. So I see this competition of this year will not compare itself right now until we see the players that are up here in the pitch. So these players are the ones that will give us determination how they are going to compete and how the league is going to end uh, morally and the competition of the players. So that is what I can say about the competition I am seeing. I just need to see them first uh, so that we can come out with the determination. How are they going to end?
Okay, now, but now we have been seeing many teams. They are really working hard to ensure that they are going to secure the titles. So now we know Awuli is one of the contender, and they are the defending champions of this tournament. And we have been seeing. Can you talk about some of the teams like Awul South, like Awul Center, Awul West, and Awul North? So, are you seeing these teams? How is the preparations? And have you ever attend some of the training so that you find out the way that they are training? Because you can see the players when they are training, and in a training you may see how the player is on forms and all this. So, and of course, I've heard about the Tian Flies and also Dengaguero. Last year, Dengaguero was really playing well, and I was really impressed about his playing techniques and all this. But I'm seeing now in South Sudan Premier League, so he was not that good enough. He wasn't changed like the way he was last year. So do you see there are some difficulties that are facing some of the players in Northern Barkazal, especially in a will, let's say in a will West and a will North? Have you ever seen this? Because you can see a will North play massively and strike when they are attacking, so we can see that their attack is really nice, and the way they attack sometimes, you can find that this team is going to win the tournament. Okay. And you take all these stories from BCLs, from BCPT, and all this. So we have been seeing Will North has been playing massively, and his striking is really good enough. And also the center is nice. And even the defense, I'm seeing the team is really progressing well. How do you see these teams in these seasons? Thank you.
Thank you so much, Brother Call. If you see the time of BCL, I would not, and Woolies, all those counties, they were very strong enough. And when you see even the way they can play, you cannot even differentiate that this person will not take, this team will not take the cup, another team will not take it. You see them, both of them will qualify unless because in competition, one person wins. Uh, but when there are circumstances, when you see someone is winning, let's say, let's refer it to to this football of Europe. You see, now when people are remaining in the cup, like as it happened to PSG and Arsenal, now, when you see all of them, they are very competitive. What will win later is seniority. The way you people are capable of handling the circumstance, the, the techniques of overcoming when you fall into the situation are the one that will keep someone to succeed later when you reach to that level. So when we go back to these are competition level of our team in BCL, they were more competitive. Uh, they were capable to take up just only because the Shan cannot deserve each and everyone. It is only the lucky person that will take it later. But when it came into right now, they started to their clubs, they play there. But what I'm seeing, and it is something that give me that all those teams will not perform well like last year, is because all the five counties they just rely on a whole player. They don't have a new upright what players. So, like for example, Willis, if Akoron is not there, and other defenders like Wabanji and those of Agrong Iniesta, these are the people always that remain as the defenders and the strikers. When they are not there, you can see the football is not going on well, and people are worried they will they will lose the game. So when you see that only few players are the people whom you put trust on it, make sure that they will not be strong every day, every year. Because in every year, uh, when you see there are changes, it is either you increase your skill or something else decrease your skill. It is there. But when I see the way they are playing in the club, I see the skill is reducing. It's not like the last year where they are competing in a BCL. So now I can say if the whole players of last year are the one that is still playing today, so then I will not will be half chance to have this tournament. Unless if they change the players, there are other players that intervene, the new uprising that I have never seen. That is where I cannot talk on what will be the result of the tournament. But if they are the whole players that are still playing, So I will not have chance this year to have this tournament. Other people may think that maybe I'm fan of that particular. I will not, but that is not the case. It is the capability that I saw to them last year. Last year when they left BCL, you know, brother Cole, they were actually i- in a very high performance that they deserve to take it. But because they are not lucky enough, that is defeating Ulnas every day. Ulnas, and every year they come while they set everything well. But it seems like they are not lucky to get something. But last year, they were actually in just close to the final and they scored it. So if they came back like the last year, I think this tournament will go to them. That is what I can see. And if I talk about the South and also the Wool Center, so a Wool Center have a problem. They are few, uh, and they don't want to go and bring other players somewhere. So this one now, I would like to pass this message to them also. If they are watching live right now, they suppose the constitution of this tournament allows people, if I am not mistaken, to take somewhere within northern Barakazal. You cannot go anywhere. But within Northern Barakazal, you're allowed to take some players so that you will come and hard up the empty space that is not well fitted in your team. But I don't know always they don't used to bring other players into their team. So their team is always used to be weak because they are just few. Yeah, they don't have enough players. When you see a Woolies now, a Woolies they have a lot of players. Even other people they just get angry because they have been benched. Uh, they have never get a chance to play. So such a players they would have supposed to be taken and then will come and do it and put a heart up because what we want to do is to build the talent of our players within Northern Barakazal State. That is the aim of the tournament now. When I see it, whenever other things come up after it later, the one major thing is that we need to raise up the talent of our people, of our players in Northern Barakazal State. So I think I will center to become strong this year also. Uh, they need to hire other players so that they can be more and then keep making training. Another second thing that I see as a challenge to the people of Old Center also is that when the tournament is finished like this one, they just forget about the next year. They don't keep things so that they can keep training their players. Of which next year they can come back as a strong team. So that is the weakness I'm seeing from Old Center. And also, he's not going anywhere. He will be beaten at very spot. And also to Wool's House is strong, but because also they rely on the few players every year. That is what I'm seeing as a challenge to them. But a Wool's and a Woolies, these are the most uh, competitive teams, followed by Woolworths when you see every year. And even this year also, it will happen like this one. So that is the competition I see among themselves. But these three teams will be the team that have chance to win this tournament. I will not, I will this, and I will West. But I will not is likely to take it.
Okay. Thank you so much, Brother Dow, for this n- wonderful discussions about these teams. I'm seeing one thing. There is a league. There is a league squad of Will East County. I saw that online, and one of the
Mm,
player was left out, and that is a Code Robin. Code Robin was left
mm,
out. I don't know whether it was intentionally or it is not the final squads of Will East. And maybe you might be
mm,
having some observations on in this squad. Let's talk first
yeah.
about Awulis, which is the defending champions of Awul County's tournament. When we come to defending champions, it means all the teams that are competing with you. So they always have
Mm,
energy to attack. They always decide, they come prepared and strategic, and they want to take what they deserve from the defending champion because they know the team is prepared, the team is very strong, and that thing, I think Awul East is not prepared for that. And as you said earlier,
mm,
that uh, these are the old players that have been kept since BCLs up to this time. We haven't seen new generations of the players. Let's say in both team in Awul North and Awul East County, we have never seen new paces. It is only in a Woolworths where I'm seeing some new places that are coming in order to play for the county. But in a Wool East County, I've never seen new places. And in football, football like a river. So sometimes if river doesn't have a place where it can take this source of water, sometimes it may not go anywhere. It may just spend some time and then it drainage because there is no source of survival. And that's why you see
Yeah,
some of the team they have a lot of problem. And hence,
yeah,
strategic teams, what you do first, you need to look for the incoming generations, and this is the best part of football. So when there is a new incoming generations, so it means you are preparing them forwards. Of course, these are community teams, so they are not clubs and all this. But of course, we can take the same study to this thing because it is the same football that we are saying. And when we see this, we can see that community football tournaments are more, most of the people, they fund it because it is based on the community. And when you come to South Sudan, people love community more than South Sudan's. And that's why you see BCTP, when people are playing, you can see there are a lot of people there. When Awulis is playing, when Awul South is playing, and all these teams, Awul North and all this, when they are playing, you can see that the playing grounds is filled with a lot of people.
it's full
But
of the
yes,
people.
but when you go to South Sudan Premier League, you may not find these things. You can see people 1, 2, 3 like that. So people are supporting community tournament more than this tournament. What do you think Wulawul East do in order to get prepared to take this championship against, in order for it to have like, is it going to be three? It's going to, yeah, they're going to be three if they take this. So what do you think is Awulis going to do in order to take the cup? Since you also attest that we have a problems, that Awulis is having a problems of players, is recycling the old players into a new game. And this is not strategically, as you said. So what do you think that the management of Awulis County can do in order to win this team? That is one. Another one is the players. Our players. We have like in a will, we have many clubs, salams and all this, and most of these people are playing there. Okay, and sometimes it is really costly to take somebody from a will to Juba and then you accommodate all of them. Sometimes the management cannot accept that, and I think this is the reasons they always keep themselves down in order not to bring these people from a will. And do you think that some of the players used to be left out with intentions, or you think that there are no players that are capable than the existing players now, like those of a Code Rooney, those of Mokwet Bolo, those of a Luke Tony, and the other Luke Ronnie, and all these players? Do you see that there are
All the
no
people.
new players in a Will East rather than here in Juba?
Okay. Thank you so much, Brother Con. Uh, so, what you have said is correct. You know, in a game, it is good always when you bring a new generation in the game. But if you keep the whole players every day, it's not bad. It is good because that is the strategy that I said before. So when you see the people are meet in the cup like this one, it is only seniority that can win because there are other people who have been staying in that experience for a long time. They know how to overcome if there are some challenges that are facing the people. That is where the old players are good. But the new players, they are good because they are strong enough. They can run everything in a very, very motivated way. So when I see the issue of Wulisa County, uh, all the players, the new players are there. When you see they are just playing the whole one, it doesn't mean that they don't have the new players. There are new players there. But the issue is what you have said right now about the financial crisis. But financial crisis also need to bring other players from where they are. So financial crisis can be obstacle. but it cannot be taken as a serious thing that you can leave out the new players. So these new players, they are there at the county level, and will they are there. But what they don't want to do is because they don't trust the young players. They see that if they bring the young players, they will not win the the champion, or they will not take that cup. So it is doubting that our management used to doubt the new players because they don't know their experience, and also the people that are leading the management are the people that are staying in Juba here. They don't go back to see who are rising up there in the community level. As long as you said it before that it is a community. If it is a community, there is no source of players. Only the community level whereby will get the players. But the management is just here in Juba. They don't have access in the village to go and see who came up. I'm telling you, in every year, in our list, every player, let's say in that side of Okwem and in Wanjuk and in the highland, Mujung Intyo, if you go there, every year, there are new players, including Warawar. If you go there also, there are a lot of players that are playing there. In every year, there are uprising star players. But because we don't have focus on that side, that is why we see that only these old players are the ones that can do this game for us. But what I want to say is that let the new players be transferred to Juba here. And then these old players, let them stay with us. We need to inject the new one. And if we see the obstacles, like we are almost to be defeated, and that all players are the one that's capable to do the game, then we can do it. That is why there is a substitute in a game. It is because you put those people ahead, and if they cannot manage it, you bring other people who you see that they can manage the game. That is why the substitute is there in the game. So I will have the players. It is not only these old players that they have the new players, the capable one that can handle the game, but because they did not bring them, just for the issue of the financial, but that one not be taken as the crisis that we are not going to bring them or whatever. We must mobilize the fund and then bring them because what we want to do also is a promoting of the talent, isn't it? And if it is a promoting of the talent, those whole players, we promote them already. Now they are playing in the different clubs and they have been seen worldwide. People are knowing that those of Akuroni, there's a Luke Tony, and other Luke, and then Kwesbolo, and the rest of the defenders, the Agoro Muniesa and Kwadbanji, and the rest, those of Ati and Fly, and Akol Kong. No one who doesn't know them. We promote them already, and they get their vacancy. They are playing in the different clubs. Let's bring the new one so that we can do what? We can promote their business. They will go and play. That is where other clubs will come and see them. So we are bringing peace through the sport and we are marketing our players too. So our players, all players also should have to know that for the good way that they came and the past, also they need to bring the new generation so that they can go and later when they get retired, we have generation that is going to defend. Coming back to the way that the Wolves will defend the champion, what they want to know first is to know that they are defending the champion. Now they are relaxing. They don't even know that they are defending what? They are defending something. So for them to defend this one, they want to know it, that we are defending the champion. And if they know that they are defending the champion, they will come up with the strategies of how they will defend it. So what you want to know first is what you are doing. When you know what you are doing, that is where you will get a solution of how you will do it. So later Willies know that they're defending the champion, and then they will make everything that can make it possible to defend it. They will bring the new players, they will mobilize the fans seriously day and night, and then they will take care of the players because the players, if you don't take care of them and you allow them to go to the field and they are not happy, they cannot do anything. Players are like children. If you don't give something to the child and you send that child, he or she will go and delay. He will not come back quickly. But if you motivate your child, when you send the child and come back saying that, oh, you did the great, you come quickly, that is why I love you. You are a good child. You motivate the child. So that child will always adhere to what to you. The same with players. We need to talk our players in a good way. We will do something that they cannot think because I think all those players are responsible. They have their wife and they have something to do at their home. They have responsibility. So in the period of this tournament, we make sure that we are taking their responsibility while they are doing what we shall celebrate later. That is the thing I think. So these are three things that they can do. One, let them know that they are defending the champion. Two, let them mobilize the fund. Three, let them bring the new players to be close to them. And then four is that they keep motivating the players so that the players can play well without seeing what is happening behind them there. So these are the four things that can let the Woolies defend their champion and be a champion of this tournament.
Thank you so much, Dao, for this analysis. And it is really good enough to analyze how the tournament is going to succeed and how Willis is going to defend the champions in order to take it again. We are moving slowly. We are going to the rest of the teams, but we are still analyzing Willis County football teams. Is one of the footballs in a will, and it has been playing a wonderful games all this along, but it has been missing a lot of things in both BCLs and BCVT. So the teams has remarkable players and a lot of players are there, but we don't know the problem that might be facing them. Now the last questions that I want to ask Brother Dow is that, Brother Dow, what is the good substitution that you like from a Willis, the best substitutions that you see if a Willis is playing, okay, and some of the key players that you are seeing, if a Willis is going to play with these people from the first up, let's say, and then to the second up, which substitution is the best substitution for you, and which player do you need to be there in the field when they are playing with a Will North County? Thank you.
Okay. So this one simply, uh, we see the lineup last time and we didn't confirm is that one authentic or maybe it is just a prediction that the other partners used to do it. But that substitution will come when we see the players that are in the field, the general list of the players. So when we see the general list of the players, we know there are new players that have been brought, or there are no new players that have been brought. That is where we can come up with the lineup. So now, if there are new players that are that are injected to be in the team this year, so we need to know them as the people who will make an analysis in this tournament, so that when we see those players and we see the background in a community tournament at home, because there are some other leagues that have been playing at home all this time, and that is where we can see who is strong and who is not strong, and which position that person is strong on it, and which position that other one can do it. So after we find out all those things, that is where we shall do it. We shall come and determine the squad that is supposed to face the owners county. But as far as we don't know that there are new players or whatever, we maintain the same uh, because the last one, the last one was actually not well for fire. We used to do it in a way that we just win only one. Do you remember that? It was moving from around 32 up to around 8 until the cup just win one goal. And one goal is not guaranteed at all. Certainly, the moment your team win only one goal, make sure that that one is luckness. you know that that one is certainly
Yeah, yeah.
it's totally luckness. So last year the winning was actually luckness. It is one by one. We go one. You find people are celebrating. You thought that they score more goals. When you had that they score only one goal. So this one we need to change that squad this year. Let's say Aluk will remain, and this Aluk Simol, and then Ronnie Mokwet be in their position. Right. And then we also need to see the issue of Adam. Last time Adam was not in the squad, but this
Adam
year,
Adam 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 Ayok.
yeah. Mhm. So I think this time need to be in the front, in a striker's place, so that he can play with those of Mukebolo, and then those of Kodroni. Kodroni actually, Kodroni have only one skill, just running, and he doesn't have another strategy that he can use uh, to bring out the people in the problem. But he know how to run. Whenever he get the ball, he will run, and when he just bypass the people just little a bit, make sure that no one will after him again. So that is the only skill that he have. So if that one is the skill that he have, let him remain in the box, whereby he will run in that left hand of his whole position that he used to play on it. And then Adam with Mkwek will be in the striking place. And the defense will be maintained. Those of Kwadbanji, I have never seen how they play this time around, but I know their skill. If you motivate them and keep training them all these 2 weeks, the last 2 weeks that I say I see they are making training. If they train them well, this defense may be maintained. But I look should be remain down there and wait. There are circumstances that I look can help people in it. But at this hot game, so I look it seems like it become just a big person who cannot even run well at this moment, but he have the skill that he can play to bring people out in the problem. So the lineup that is supposed to be maintained is the same whole one. But if there are the new players that have been injected, so these old players can be given a chance to play with the Ulnod. Because Ulnod now, when you see them, they are also well prepared. They are not easy. And all this time, they have never been easy. And any game that is just about a will not make sure that that game is hot and hot. It is not an easy game at all. So it is upon the management to see if they brought the new one, let them inject them. If they didn't bring the new one, the same the last year is quad. Okay, then let the look be remain as a reserve. He will come later in second time if there is any possibility, and then let him take over. So that is what I can propose about this coming March of 31st, this month of this 2026.
Yeah.
It is not something easy, and of course that it is national stadium. You will see most of the people will turn up, and another one also that you don't know, call Willie is also the way that they win now. It is not capability, but the fun. You know, the fun is the one that can give morale to the players to make sure that they have scored something. But actually, the team was weak last year. And if it is the same one, we shall be also weak. Uh, So
O-
only fun that can fill the vacancy. So now I see the fun will not turn up enough. It will be worse with us. Mhm.
Okay.
It is something that I'm seeing also too.
Thank you,
Uh,
thank you
uh,
so much, brother Dao Danako
uh,
Dao. This is a great analyzings, and I think you have really dig some of the
uh,
challenges facing Awul East County football teams in Juba. You know, there are a lot of things that is pacing the team despite the pending champions of Awul County's tournament. Uh, there are also, let's go to the rest of the teams when we are now finished with the Willis County. We have analyzed the status of the teams and also the lineup and the possible lineup that will come with them. And as you said earlier, that they don't have any players that they will bring, but they will only rely on the old players, and that will be an old wine in a new bottles. And if we are still playing with the old players, of course, yes, this will be the old wine in the new bottles. And if it is a new wine in old bottles, then there is no success that we may see from them, because we have been seeing the games that Awilis is playing in all this. They lack even goalkeepers, and I seen one goalkeeper only, that is Wall Ito. He's really a great goalkeeper. He can be a good strategic goalkeeper for Willis County. And for that league squad that I saw last week, and I think last 3 days, the thing that is quite Wall Ito is not there as a keeper. I think he's not in Juba. Maybe he's in a will. And I saw some of the goalkeepers that I've never seen. These are the people that I've seen. But of course, yes, that is upon the management to move forward with what they want to play. So is our concern is only to analyze the team, but we don't have any subjective issues in the team
Intervention,
itself.
yeah.
Yes, it's because the
Mm.
teams has its own administrations and also the coaching staffs. They have their own responsibility.
Yeah.
What we are doing here is only to analyze the teams and status and
Yeah,
all this. Yes,
analyze
of
that
course,
is
yes.
it. Yeah.
Now let us go to Aweil Center.
Mm.
Aweil Center,
Mm.
uh, being the biggest county in terms of the land in northern Barkazal states, we have been seeing Aweil Center is spanned from east to west, north, and also the center. They have uh, I think the land is really huge, but only the population is the one that is less. It's not that
Oh.
much, and we can see this thing also can affect the team performance in when they come to football, because in football we can select from different fayam, different boomers where we can find some of the players. But when you go to a world center, you cannot find some of the toughest players and some of the players that play very well. But of course, they might have these players in the village, but here in Cuba, they don't have this place. We have been seeing the history of Babawil Center. We can see in BCLs the performance was really very low. They have been playing nice, of course. Yes, in BCLs, the first edition they have been playing well. They have there was number 4 that I saw last time in the first edition of BCLs. That number 4 he played very well. He has footballs, and there are some guys there in midfield. They play very well. But when it comes to second editions of BCLs, the performance was really very low. They were not performing better, and the problems we might say it is a finance that is making it to be influx in the teams, so that they don't get players, and also to sustain players and maintain them was really better hard from the finance. And this is one of the things that we are seeing from a wool center. And when we come to a wool center, we might be seeing that they don't have players, of course, yes. But if they work very hard in order to go to a will and look for players that will play indeed here for a will center, I think they will get a lot of people. They will get a lot of players, as you say that we have a generation that is coming up. It's not only the old people that can play football, but there are young people there in a will. So they play a nice football. What they need is the finance. They need to mobilize the funds in order to bring these people into Juba so that they play. And we need them also to be contenders. Now, as you said earlier, that we have only 3 contenders in this tournament. That we have a Wool West, we have a Willis, we have a Wool North. These are the 3 contenders that you see. That is according to your opinion. If it is like that, then we have to bring them. Wool Center can try very hard in order to bring this place into Juba, so that they play, and they should be also contending to this. And how do you see Awul Center today in this seasons, brother Dow? Do you see that they are going to be to play very well? Have you heard also that they have some new players, or they only have the old players that they have been keeping? Thank you.
Okay, welcome. Thank you so much. For the issue of a Center, brother Call, I have said before, and you also explained it well now. A Center, not because that they don't have players, they have that few players. They could not be enough, but the players that can make the squad and continue to do the work, they are there. But one of the things is that for them, they don't take this issue of the tournament as a serious one. They ignore it. Number two, uh, they have low population, and that low population, when it comes, you see now people are mobilizing the fan base and the community base. And if that one is the case, for them they are few, and they see themselves that they will not mobilize finance, they can fund the team, and they have nothing to do. So the issue of the population and the issue of the finance and the issue of that they don't take it seriously as a serious case is the one that pays a weak center indeed. But if they take it as a serious case now, that we are going to win or these are ACT. How do you call it?
Yeah, yeah,
I will pitch
yes.
tournament. APT. Yeah. So If they came with that moral that they want to take that one, I think they can be contented. But because they just participate for the sake of county, because it is saying that it is five counties of the wheel plus our Will All Star FC. So they participate for the sake of what? For the sake of county. But they don't participate with the determination that they want to take the cup. That is the issue. So I will center need to rise up and know that this one is something important. The players, if they take it as a serious thing now, they will make contribution. And after they make the contribution, they send the players who are there to Juba here. And when they brought them here, you will see. Even other people will get surprised. Like you said before, that the last one, they were contented. But in the second one, they relaxed. They're saying that, when you do something and you are not willing on it, so you cannot make it better. A Wool Center need to be serious. Need to know that they are not just a participant, but also a competitors that are coming to take what? To take the cup. But if they came as a participant, that is the reason. I would like to encourage them that mobilize the fund this year, take this issue of the tournament as a serious case, and make sure that what you are doing is something that you want to take home. It is not just to be seen in the field that you have participated and you have not done something. No, that is not the case. And I also want to advise other all five counties and Plaza will all star. You know, you see, this is a whole star FC. They talk like they will take this cup, but later they will not go. They will not go anywhere. They will not go anywhere. Uh, like now, there are the people who are very serious, like nothing. When you see them, you, you think that they will go somewhere later, but later just in around 32, that's the level out there.
Okay.
They cannot go. So that is what the squad want. The spirit of the squad doesn't need surrender. You should not surrender before you try something. So that is what is facing a wood center. But if they drop all those things down and focus with energy, thinking that this one is something important, and then brought the players and also take other players within Northern Barcelona State and had them into their team, you will see even other people will get surprised how would Center become strong like this one. And they will be in the contenders like Awulis and Awul and Awusa was also like Awusa was also last year. You see, they tried the level best. So you try something, you will go and fail ahead while each and everyone know that you are capable to do it just because you are not lucky.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you so much, brother. Now,
Mm,
you talk about a Wool All Stars. Okay, and this is one of the team that the name itself define the teams. Okay, when we say a Wool All Stars, so it is really it really make no sense indeed. Because when we say All Stars, it means they don't even have the capacity to play, because football is
yeah.
always for the young, and the young people are the one playing. So the team need to be
Mm,
brands with a good name instead of all stars. And if they want to play very well,
mm,
it's because they have to change the name of the teams so that to sounds better
mm,
sometime. But when we say well, all stars, it means they are only including those who exhaust in footballs, and that is not good. Something which
mm,
is exhausted, brother down, and something which is new.
mm,
Which one is
mm,
better? So you go for the new. That's why you see they don't have fun. Okay, they don't have fans that can
mm,
fund them and all this. So it's because of all these issues. And we are not seeing players in the teams as well. When you see the teams, let's say in last year, they have been taking doubles. Okay, they have been taking doubles, double bites from this, double bite from these teams and all. And I think the performance was really very low. And I don't think that they are contenders this year because they don't have players. That is one of the thing
they are
that
not
is,
contenders
yeah.
and they will never be contenders. Uh,
Yeah, so they will never be content.
you know, so the issue of this, will only start, brother Connor.
Yeah.
Uh, so the name actually doesn't make sense at all.
Yeah.
But you know how Awuloli Star came in last time? It was about the municipality that was existing. They were not having wheeling actually, but because the tournament used to open, and then there is something called a wheel municipality. And you know, at that moment, no one liked what people call a wheel municipality. That is where they came up just to close the what?
What's the gap?
to close the space. Yeah. So they were just coming to just to close something. So they are not doing anything at all. So if they became as a permanent team up to now, what they should have to do is to change the name and also to do what? To remove that concept. Like when the young player go to them and saying that I want to play with you, they don't accept it.
Of course.
They see you, and if you are just young, they say no, you go and play in your county and leave us alone to play. So it is good also for the just to mature people who are out of the spotlight. Also, they want to make the exercise. Let them make the exercise in a good name, but don't don't do it to make the exercise in the wrong name. So this one doesn't define the football at all, as you said before. So now, as they might be watching live today, this is just a sport analyst. There is we are not against anyone, but it is something reality that the people will see, and other people can see something and they don't want to say. Nowadays people fear truth, uh, but this is the reality. The name should be changed in another brand name, and then they can continue playing the sport. There is no problem. But the names should be changed and see other way.
Okay.
Sometimes also all those counties that you see, I propose that if we have money later, sorry,
Let's go for short break. We are going to come back after short break. The biggest tournament of the season is here, and the capital is about to shake. This brutal battle for ultimate prides, a trialing clash of their tide as a Willis County football team, the landlord, step on the field to defend their title against the fierce, unstoppable Aweil North County, the Warriors. Don't miss a single second of the battle. Watch it live and exclusively only on a Con podcast. The Voice of Innovation on 31st of May 2026. Proudly sponsored by Aweil Group for Computing Limited, your home of creativity. The biggest tournament of the season is here, and the capital is about to shake. This brutal battle for ultimate prides, a trialing clash of their tide as a Willis County football team, the landlord, step on the field to defend their title against the fierce, unstoppable Aweil North County, the Warriors. Don't miss a single second of the battle. Watch it live and exclusively only on a Con podcast. The Voice of Innovation on 31st of May 2026. Proudly sponsored by Aweil Group for Computing Limited, your home of creativity. Thank you so much for this short break. And I think we have been talking about all the team. We are analyzing the teams. And I and brother Dana Koda, we have been talking about all these five teams. And we have been seeing some of the teams, they are on form. Some of the teams are not on forms. And they are going to take this tournament seriously, as we are saying, because they used to come with all players, because we now have almost 3 years, 5 years in making, and still we have all these players in place. Of course, here maintaining the same player is not bad, of course, here, because they may see the capability in a player, and that's why they are keeping them. So it's not that bad. But we need new people also to come and also to play. We need to see the new energy. We also need to see some dribbling and all this from the players. It's good enough for us to have this, but not all players should be all. This is what Brother Dow has been talking about. Brother Dow also has talked about Aweil is being the defending champions, how they're going to defend the champion. Brother Dow also talk about Will Center, the potentials not relying only on the old players, but the potential rely also on the new players. They also need to work very hard in the demonstrations in order to mobilize the fund and bring players from different parts of northern Barkazal states, because there are a lot of players which are in Aweil today. And if there are players in Aweil, so they have to work very hard in order to bring these players, because they are also very important. These players also need to play. They also need to we also need to see them how they are playing. So this is what we have been discussing here in a call podcast, The Voice of Innovations, has the preparations for a Will Counties tournament that is going to take place very soon in 31st of May 2026 in Juba International Stadium. And this is going to be a massive match. The first match is really fire. Let's say the first match is a Will East versus a Will North County. And these two teams are in rivalry. They are going to tear themselves apart in term goals and all this because they have this since they have started this thing. But we are going to see what is going to happen to the team. Now, let's go for a short break and we will come back. The biggest tournament of the season is here, and the capital is about to shake. This brutal battle for ultimate pride, a thrilling clash of the tide as a Willis County football team, the landlord, step on the field to defend their title against the fierce, unstoppable Aweil North County, the Warriors. Don't miss a single second of the battle. Watch it live and exclusively only on a Con podcast. The Voice of Innovation on 31st of May 2026. Proudly sponsored by Aweil Group for Computing Limited, your home of creativity. Thank you so much from there. This is your home of creativity that is sponsoring all the overlays and the thing that you see here. Welcome back, Brother Dow, from the short break. And we have been discussing about Will East County football teams and Will Center County football teams. Now we are going to Will West County football teams. Brad, let me introduce Will West football teams. Will West football team has been one of the greatest football teams in Northern Barkazal States. We have been seeing has been supplying our locals clubs. We have been seeing many players such as Quite Common, Man Henry, and all these old players that we are seeing from 2010s up to this time. We have been seeing Awul West being the main supplier of all these clubs in Awil, Almerieg, Madria, our Awul Stars, and all this. We've been seeing all these things, and Awul West is one of the team that we are seeing as a contender, and they are also the champions in of Northern Barkazal's counties tournament that was organized last year as well. But this thing is only in Juba. But this thing was in a will. So Awul West was the winner. Again, they were playing they were playing with the Will East County, and they have taken the cup from Will East County. So this is one of the team that is contender this year and is also willing to take this Will counties tournaments. So when we come to the teams, we have been seeing the teams is it's really managed by energetic people. So we have been seeing coaching staffs. We have been seeing also the administrations. They have changed the administration recently, and we don't know. Maybe the terms elapse and all this, and that's why they're changing it. But they have a good management and also the coaching staffs and all this. We've been seeing the team has been playing massively, starting from Dengaguero going to Brother Nyang, going to the rest of the players that we are seeing in Awul West County. So what I see from there is also I used to attend the march and all of these things, but the first thing that I see in Awul West County in the striking, they used to strike massively. It is counter, and all the playing is really nice. But when you come to the center, they are also good there. And I used to be happy when Quite Common is there in the center, but all these players, I don't trust them. And I don't know why I used to feel like that. So when Kwai Komun is in the middles of the games, I used to see that always is going to win the game. But when they substitute Kwaj with another person, sometime I used to say that this team is going to lose and all these things going to happen. Of course, yes, Kwaj is growing old, and the football also is going slow down. And of course, he's really have that skills and also the talents of the football. Something that we have learned and something that we have been practices for years. Sometimes it's not easy to forget it like that. But only the energy is the one that is not there. But the skills and also the decisions and all this, sometimes it depends on the person. But I bet Kwai Kumun is a great player, though he has no energy to run and all this. But still, he has the energy of playing and also coordinating the balls among the players, and that is nice. When we have an all player, this is what always happen because coordinating the goal sometimes is the best parts of the game. It gives you 23% of winning the game. Because when you don't coordinate the ball, sometimes the balls will just move there and your opponent is going to pressure you. because of poor coordination of the goals. But I see Kwag always knows. He knows all the direction of the field. And when you know the direction of the pitch, you know who is playing there and who is here, then it gives you a lot of clue about the ball itself. But when all these things are not, sometimes you're not going to play very well. And that's why I'm giving Kwag this credit that he's a nice player. But there is a certain guy called Rooney, and he also play in the left. I saw that he is strong. Of course, yes, he's young. He's very strong. He can run better pass, but sometimes he lack control. Sometimes he control the balls, of course, yes. But sometimes he lack control. Sometimes the ball that you may see it is going to be to be a good. Sometimes you may find that he just made it in a way that you don't understand, and opponent will come just and pick it out from there. So we need to take care of all this. But I will waste some time is really a great team. I can say that they are the first content of this tournament. And if the rest of the countries are not going to be prepared, I think Awul West is going to take this cup because they are really prepared and they are also going to play as they used to play. And I don't know what is wrong with Denga Guerrero. You might have heard something about him, but I don't know where is him because last year it was shining, taking he has many goals in South Sudan Premier League. But
Man,
this year I'm not
yeah.
seeing him at all. I'm not seeing whether he's playing with Wajuma or he's playing with which team. I don't know. I have never heard about him again. But we need to find out Deng Aguero and Christopher Nyang and the rest of the guys there in the defense. So how do you see Always football team exactly? Thank you.
Okay, welcome. You have explained more, Brother Con. So Woolworth is also contender, and Woolworth is strong enough to be close to the cup. But the only issue that I'm seeing and the biggest challenge to the people of Woolworth or to the team of the Woolworth is defender. You know, when you see all both wings, left and right wings, they are moving well. His striker also is okay, but when it's coming to the defense side, so they don't have enough defenders. They might have few, but this one, if someone has got injured, so it will be very hard for them to overcome. So they need this year it became as a failure and to and they came as the competitors to have cup this year. At least they should have to bring more defenders. And also they should have to increase the number of the strikers. You know, you talk about Moon before, and that is why when I say before, in thing to do with the whole players are better. They need to be put aside. eh. And when things are just hot, the situation of overcoming are not for the young players. The situation of overcoming are in the hand of the whole players because they know the strategies. When things, the game is close up and down, you try and there is no way forward. So in the field. You need the people who have a related skill, the people who will make, because this skill is different. There is something that needs you to do it quickly like this one. And the other thing that the football is all about tricks. Just to trick someone, you bring football in a low spirit, later you raise it up. That skill is for the whole players. And that is why I think that our old players should not be pushed away. They should be put near with us while the new players are marketing their market. And when the situation, because when we come to the field, we expect two things. One, marketing our players. Two, to bring champion at home, at home. Okay? So these are the two things that we are aiming to get when we go to the field. And all those things are very important together. There is nothing which is not important among them there. So our whole players should be here to defend to defend home, of which they should not allow the cup to go anywhere. And also the new players are in the field so that they can donate the talent. Then we'll get another class to play with them. So I will work this year, it became like last year. So they need just a small form. They don't need something much bigger than that. They bring the defenders and they increase the strikers. So if they do that, uh, they will compete more than Awulis and more than Awulas. We will see that they are more competitive now. So Awulas should have to prepare themselves. I asked them about the last 1 week ago. I think that I didn't see this player. Where is he playing? And which club is he playing to? Someone saying that he returned back to Nairobi and he will be coming. I think that if he went back to Nairobi just to stay there, it will be worse because football is all about training. If you don't train, even if you are strong like what, you cannot do it. So it is better for our players who are still with the reason that they are not even playing. There is no club that they are playing in. Please, you should have to be in a training camp. Continue to play. Have a simple time so that you maintain your skill and your morale. So Dengaguero might be available, but there is no club that is playing with all this time. If I am not mistaken, or that person has given me the wrong information, then that is what I don't know. But Dengaguero will be available. But my worry is if he was been staying down all this time without playing, then he will not be like last year. But last year, actually, he was checking the whole tournament. Tomorrow you heard that he scored goal. Tomorrow he's the man of match. So he was everything to Dingaguero, Dingaguero. Everywhere, even now, he become famous. People know it. And also when like we have something like state county tournament now, he can be among the squad. The South Sudan Cup. We have that. If it is not the club that used to come, it is the only state that can organize their club as a one and then come to the South Sudan Cup. We can select those players and put them in the one club, and so we can come and fight for South Sudan Cup. So Woolworths will be stronger and stronger if the Aguero is informed and if they increase the strikers and also they have increased the defenders. If they did that, so Awilis and Awulos who think that they are the one now pulling the rope in the cup will not even get this cup. But if they didn't prefer, that is what I may not know. So performance here of Awulos is very nice, and the only crisis to them is about finance too. That finance last year was more struggling. All those five counties, I know their status last year, the way they struggled, even Woolies was okay a bit. There were support. Only this year that I have never seen the support well, but I may not judge them all because the tournament is just now started. We may not know what will happen tomorrow and next tomorrow. Maybe they will happen like the regular time that they used to do. But last year, a Wool Center and Woolworth were so weak in the financial support. Uh, Wool South, North, and East were okay a bit in financial uh, generation. So this time round, we need all those people of Northern Barkazal. Let's support us. Let's support our players, support our team, pay the money. The sport is something very nice. It brings people together. It marketing our players, and it brought unity and leadership and responsibility. It brought a lot of things. If we talk about the importance of the tournament, we have more than 20 that the tournament is important. So I need our people to support this tournament massively without regret. That what we are doing is something that can bring us together. So that is what I can say to the people of Northern Barbados State. And also to all the team, not to relax, not to see that this one is just home competition. It is not home competition. This one is really tournament. If you don't get it every year, who are you? You need to see yourself. What are you doing? Every year, your county keep trusting on you. The players that these players will bring the cup to us. You fail, you fail. So this year, at least knock the heart and say that I need to bring this cup into my county so that we can go and celebrate it. Not only will you always to take it. What have you also? You can do it. Uh, so this is the major challenge to them. So you need to work hard to take this cup. Don't hand it over to Willie just before time. Take the cup. Aulus must to take it. And also Aulus, you work hard to take the cup. Not only one person who always take the cup. That one, the tournament will not be sweet every year. Let's say, if only take it this time around, next year it cannot be okay. People will lose no money. It is cup that is playing, and later will be the one to take it alone.
Okay. Yeah. Of course. Thank you
Mm.
so much, Dao, for all this thing that you have been saying, and I think you reach a crucial point, in regard to our Woolworths football teams, and of course, our Woolworths football team is one of the team, as I said earlier, that is one of the contender and is very strong. There's many players. You can see them. They play very well. So they have football, and the way that they play shows that this team is really unique, and they have this. But they need to work on one thing. One thing that I want to work on them is only the defense system. So the defense systems, and also I don't have problems with striking and all this, but only the defense system. So they, as you said it earlier, that they are lacking dependence, and we need to put many depends in our West County, so that the opponent cannot strike, the opponent cannot also uh, inflict the winnings pressure. Because of that, when we find that we don't have dependence in football, sometimes it'd be easy. Though you have a strong strike, there is always a possibility of ball coming back from a strike. When the ball comes from a strike, you cannot expect the striking team to come back also and defend. And that is not. And that's why you see football always is balanced. It is balanced in three categories.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's balanced in defense, it's balanced in the middles,
Yeah.
okay, that is the midfields, and it's also balanced in the strike. Because
The strikers.
yes, because the defense give the ball to the midfield, then the midfields also take it forward, and this is how it is. And when we find that it is hard, so the strike also can bring back the balls to the midfield. The midfield also take it back to the what, to the defense, and this is what we say recycling football. And then we are also keeping the openings not to pay attention on what we are doing. But sometimes when you find that the depend is not that well, so it's really very easy for people to filter it into the goal. And then we will start blaming the
Mm.
coach. We will start blaming the goalkeeper for the job that is not. Goalkeeper is an auxiliary, so he's a supporter. He's not that much. But you can
Mm.
blame goalkeeper
Mm.
in penalty. You can blame them on free kick and all this. But a balls coming with the striker is not 100% guarantee that the goalkeeper is not like this. Goalkeeper is not like this. So you cannot count on them. Let's hope that a Woolwest football team is going to get prepared in a Wool Counties tournament as well. Now let us go to Will North County. Then we come to Source so that we end the program. Will North County is one of the county that you will be seeing is a contender, always contender, and it is contender when you see Mampe. It's contender when you see Jaloons. Contender when you see some of the players, Bol and all these guys there. And this team is
Can fly, Zola
Atian
Swat.
Ply, Zola Swords, and all this, of course, yes. And I used to be happy when Zola Swords and Atian Plies are playing together. But I saw these teams of Will North County playing only Atian Plies, and they're excluding Zola Swords. So I asked one of the coaching staffs. He told me Dan Plies has been injured in his ankles, and I think this injury has caused a lot of problem to his football career. And I'm really in solidarity with him. The guy really played very well. So he has energy, and is like Lukaku in Manchester United, and also you see this player is
Mm.
really strong, and is also the same thing with Athian with Zul Aswad. But now I can say that his injury has cost Willis a price. I mean, I will not a price
Will
that
not.
I will not price, and this price is a price that they are lacking a giant, because this guy is a player. He played very well. He know what he's doing. He used to give a lot of assists to the striking team, and that is what is in the football. Sometimes he always keep himself to help, but we know some of the strikers in this county, sometimes they feel jealous if they are not the one bringing the goal, then they cannot do it. But this is Afian. I
Mm.
mean, Zolaswa doesn't have this, so he can give you the ball, you play with it. If you don't bring it, it's up to you. And I think these problems is going to cost Will North another price. And Afian plays, of course, he's a dribbler. He played very well. He has a football indeed. And that's why those of Yamus, he has signed a contract with them because he used to play very well. But I have never seen him this seasons that he's playing, because I've never heard about his name. So I don't know what is wrong with him. Is he on form or he is not? So if he's off form, so what is the problems? He needs to be trained. They need to train very well in order to come back to his original place. Last year in a Wool Counties tournament, he was really playing very well. And all the goals that we have been seeing, he's the one scoring them. This guy is tough. He has strategies of playing football. Okay, and I think if they are maintaining this guy, I think Will North is going to be number one contender of the ball. But they are only lacking Depende as well. But I don't have problems with the midfields. I don't have problem with the striking teams, but only the Depend. This is where I have problems. There are two guys that I always see them. These two guys, they are not depending well, and that's why sometimes you see the balls coming like this and all this. But I always see one player, Mampe. He really run. Okay, he's better pass. His speed is really like a gazelle's, and he's really like Mampe of that of Real Madrid. So this guy, he ran bare fast. He also coordinate the ball, and that is the nice thing. But in defense, we are not seeing defense making some coordinations also with the midfield. So these things, I can see you can also make your analysis on that. You have been seeing these games of Will North all the time, and how do you see to this year? Do you see them if they meet with a Wool West? Do you think they are going to win if they meet with a Woolies, which is their main rivalry? Do you think they are going also to win?
Okay. So according to my analysis on that issue of Ulnos, Ulnos last year, like the way you explained it before, Ulnos is very strong and very strong. They are always, and what I like from them is that they always come with determination. They don't just come like this one that they are participating in the game. They came with the ideology that they want to take the cup. Unfortunately, later, there are some circumstances that you pull them out from the game. So, in this atonement that is going to start on 31st May 2026, I see will not, like I said before, they will compete enough. And if the other countries are not taking uh, they are not making plan well, so I will not will take this cup. But the much effort will be from the management, because management also need to look on this issue of defenders. Uh, those defenders, I'm telling you, like the cup that I will used to take from them last time was the failure of the defenders. Uh, so defenders, when they see someone is bypass them, they just stop running after that, after the player who bypass them. And that issue is not good with the defenders. As a defender, even if someone bypass you for how many meters, you can still run after that person. Just hearing your sound that you are running after him will not let someone to score, and that also will give morale to the keeper, at least to entrap the goal that was supposed to be scored. But the defenders of all now, they don't do that. They just focus with you when you come, and if you bypass them, they remain as standing. Then they leave you to go. So the issue of defenders needs to be corrected at all. And last year, I saw them, even though uh, everything was okay with them. These are the counties that was very well set it logistically last year, but they didn't bring the more defenders. So this year they need to bring the defenders, and also they need to bring the wings, both sides. Like Zola saw now, Zola saw also have the injury when he play just maybe pass around, then second round he can't manage again. They have a skill. The same thing to the Athletic play. He also have the skill and also be qualified one when he is in the field. People are having hope of 90% that they will win the game. But because that injury of his is also affecting the game and also affecting his playing. So now what they want to do this year, so to become strong, they need to bring people who will assist can fly if he is there. And also the person who will assist Zola Swat. Because Zola Swat, I think he will not play too. Will not the first half and second half, he cannot play them. And the same thing to and apply too. If they play, they will play only for one round, and the second round they will not make it to do it. So they need to be assist. So management, if the management are watching now, they need to do that. They need to bring the assistant of these two players that's stronger than them. Then they need to bring what the wings, left wing and the right wing. The strike also will be quite like that one. If they bring assistant, these are the strike. And also they need to have midfielder. Then the defenders. The football of Ulster actually needs the total reform this year if they want to win this one. Last time it was strong, but because of a lot of people have injured, the play just set up and then they cannot manage second half. That one is affecting them. They actually well perform when it comes logistically and also in the way that they advise themselves. So Paul Etienne, the president of Bahuna's football team, who got leadership yesterday to Southwell, he tries level best. And also, I see the person who came in yesterday also is another strong person. Everything to do with logistics and also to do with the device will be okay. But what they want to do is they need to bring more players. They need to assist the supply, they need to assist Zoraswat, and they need to assist all the defenders so that they can be that. Those defenders must be remain. But at least they need an assistant that will assist them so that this game can run smooth. If they do that, make sure that this tournament will be belong to our not at all because they always make something with the confidence. They came with the confidence, and you will see later on 35 in US Stadium. You will see they will come with a very determination that people are likely to take something actually. But because of the condition within the field, that is what can give them the lost position. So they need to increase the players. To assist these two players and assist the wingers and assist also the defenders. If they do that, you will see this one will be more competitive more than last year. So that I can see to the people, to the team of Ulnor. And also to the Usas. Usas is also it is well set. There is no much reform that needs to be do there. They have defenders and also their strikers are well, and then wingers also good. Concom, I think will be available. So Wusas, I think doesn't need more setting. We need only finance. That is it. So that the players remain uh, with the hope that they have support. And everything will be okay. So Wusas now is well set and they are ready also to do something. There is nothing much reform that need to be do the people of Wusas. But these other counties, these are the people that need to be informed so that they can start up making new decisions before time.
Okay. Okay, now
Uh,
let's go for a short break, only 30 seconds, then we'll come back. The biggest tournament of the season is here, and the capital is about to shake. This brutal battle for ultimate pride, a trialing clash of their tide as a Willis County football team, the landlord, step on the field to defend their title against the fierce, unstoppable Awil North County, the Warriors. Don't miss a single second of the battle. Watch it live and exclusively only on a Con podcast. The Voice of Innovation on 31st of May 2026. Proudly sponsored by Aweil Group for Computing Limited, your home of creativity. Welcome back, Brother Dow, for this short break. And we have been discussing about Will South County, and we have digested already Will North County. So now we're coming to Will South County. As you have seen Brother Dow talk about it, about the team. And we have been seeing Will South having players, and it's also one of the contender team that we are seeing play with determination, but they only need to work, and in some players they need also to increase. And I think the striker, the one of the striker which can make thing, I think is only a Kolkong, and you have a Barrage and a Leo. There is some guy called a Leo Hukida. So this players, I
yeah,
think they play very well indeed. Yeah, they know footballs and all this. Abraj being an old player, and he has that energy because he's very short. He's maximum. I think he's really a good player. You know, he's not old like some of the players that we are
we have
seeing,
energy.
but this guy still have energy, still very strong, and this is what football need. So if you keep yourself determined like that, I think it is you're going to do something. And I think from a Barrage, he has a goal, so he has a missions of playing the football. And I think when he's playing, I always feel that there is nothing that's going to happen. But only because when we say team, you expect the performance of others, they add into your value so that you come as one. But in team is not only one person, and that is the biggest problem. When he play like what? So he cannot play like the other 10 players. And that is always the problem that give Source a losses and all these things that we are seeing from them, but it's one of the contended team that we see from this tournament, and they're going to play Bear Wells, and we don't know what football hall because football mudawar, as Arabic said. So we don't know which team is going to take the cup from these five teams plus a Wool All Star. But a Wool All Stars, it was said already that by Brother Dow that people are not going to worry about these teams because it's already knocked out. Now it is only the spirit that is going to play in this tournament, but they have already been blocked, been knocked out. So we cannot talk about that team. So thank you so much, Brother Dow, for digesting and also analyzing all the five teams of Northern Barkazal State that are going to participate in Will County's tournament. And the last sessions of this is going to be the welfare of the players. Now we need to talk about developments of the players and what will happen to the players. Now, Brother Dow, we have been seeing Northern Varkazals has been producing all these massive players. We've been seeing them playing, and we've been seeing them. They are determined when we see them. And some of the people compare this Northern Barkazal team with South Sudan Football Federation. This is what I've seen last year in BCTV and also in BCL, saying that Aweil East or Aweil North combines, if they play with South Sudan's Football Federation, they are going to beat them because we have never seen a result from the national teams. And these things always keep them like that. People keep joking like that. Now, let me come to the welfare of the player. Brother Dow, we have been seeing football is a career. Football can also help society to build schools, to build also health facilities and all this. And we don't have a successful player in our county, I mean in our states. And let's say in South Sudan in general, you don't have successful players that has managed also to go to Europe to compete and also to and bring some of the change into our society, even building up schools or carrying out some humanitarian assistance to our vulnerable communities. So we have not seen this for years and seen South Sudan get independent. And in Sudan, so we have been having few players like Yuma Ginario and the rest of the peoples like Yor and all these guys. They have been playing in Sudan. Of course, yes, they made the things, and today we are not seeing the welfare of the players being put in place. So what is keeping them into that levels of not even moving forwards to go to Europe or also to come to national teams and also compete there? So what are the gaps that you are seeing in Northern Barkazal footballs in order for the local football association should work on it in order to bring these people up? Because we can't spend millions of pounds every year and we are not seeing the impact. So the reason is that we need peace indeed. We are organizing the tournament because of the peace. We organize the tournament also in order to interact with people, but that is not much. We also need our players to have independence. We need our players also to do something to get to be successful. So what do you think should be done by the locals associations like Will Local Football Association to fill that gap in order to bring our players up? Thank you.
Thank you so much, Brother Con. This issue of the welfare of our players, let's say, uh, it is not only responsibility of a Will Local Football Association, it is responsibility of each and everyone who believe in the spirit of sportsmanship. So it is collective responsibility of all of us to see exactly how are we going to promote the sport and how are we going to value our players and then marketing them to go abroad like the way you said before. There is no player that can rise up just from a zero level to Europe without a support or another part of Africa without a support. You know, sport, it is something that can make a development and also it can make a lot of things uh, in all world. But the people of South Sudan did not create that space to the players and they did not put it into the business sector. They see it just it is a sport, people play, and then that is it. Now you can see these community leagues when they are playing, it is better for the South Sudan Football Federation to go and see who are the players there. And then you will go, they will select the capable one so that the football of South Sudan can go into the high level whereby other players who will play in a regional game will be seen and then they will be taken. That is how we are making marketing of the sport. So to talk in particular to the people of Northern Barkazal State, we're supposed to prioritize it and open the academic space for the sport and welfare in the welfare of the players, and then see how we are motivating them so that they can do it as a career actually. I'm telling you, in a time when we were still young enough, we love football. We play. There is a time that my father gave me money that I should have to go and buy shoes because I was used to look after cattle. He, I took that money. I go to the market. I have one who is going to buy the shoes, and I buy the football. We come and play with it. I don't have shoes, and we play it. So we the players, the people who are young, they love football. They love the spirit of they have the spirit of the sport, but they are lacking support of which no one can explain it exactly to them that this one is career. It is not just for a time being that you play and later you give up without untangible result. Being in the sport ground needs you to play and achieve it as a career actually. It is where you will get your money. It is where you will get everything on it. So for us to have a strong space, like now people are used to complaining that there are no enough players in South Sudan Football Club on a national football team. So our players are not there. They will not go like this one unless we build them well, we set a coordination well, and then they will shine in South Sudan and regionally. Then they will get the market ahead there. So the people of Northern Barzal to take this one as the responsibility of all of us. If you have money, you can open the academic space for the sport. You train them, you say something, you give the young children, like those street children that you see are on the roadside and wherever, they don't have anything to do. They have a skill. You collect them, you put them there. And the young children that are raising up at home in the villages, and they are not doing anything because in the age of 6 to 7 years, there is nothing that a child is doing. So they can be trained. They will grow in the spirit of a sport. And good enough that the sport can protect you not to do some other crime activities and other drugs. You cannot join them because the sport alone can control a person. So when we create the space of, of the academics that whereby we can train the people and we open a way for marketing them. So that is number one, welfare rather than seeing someone who build himself alone and then we shall go and grab that person in the middle age. Other people have 30, 50, almost 30 some. Those people, they don't do something again in the football. It is better to raise up the young people in sport spirit so that they can grow on it. Will a local football association should have good enough budget. The sport minister in Northern Barkazal, I have never seen tabling the budget of the sport. Maybe I'm not the one who did not follow it up. I
People,
don't know.
people are
But I have never
hungry.
seen the budget. Uh,
People
I
are
have never
hungry.
seen
People are
someone.
hungry.
So when you are hungry, at least the rest of the people also are angry for the spot. It is, when you saying that someone is angry, it is not only something to eat only. Also, we are angry for the spot. We need the spot. Uh, I have never seen the budget being passed that this one is for the spot. Uh, and later we claim that we have football, we have players, and the players that have no administration, we cannot go on. So we need to have enough budget whereby this budget even if we see that if we release the budget sometime the loss and the middle and whatever, we need to bring the material all those material for playing and also for feeding, and then make a very nice center. After we put the people there, we just bring what they eat and then bring the coaching stuff. We give them their allowances. They train them to come up slowly, slowly. They don't even need us to uh, focus only at there. You can do it and you are doing other activities there. But because people did not give it attention, that is the reason. Now, even if you put the point to the to the Will Local Football Association, they cannot do anything alone unless they participate with the Ministry of Youth and Sport to make sure that the sport is strong in the state level. So the South Sudan Football Association also, or South Sudan Football Federation, also need to do what to have enough budget of which they want to bring the sport up within the South Sudan. So if you have been given a docket, that docket, please, you keep doing it well so that you can achieve something on it. But if we come, we take something, other people may take it as a challenge, but this is the reality. When you take something, work on it. Now we remain behind when we talk about the sport. Even me, I lost hope in the sport. You can see now, even people are just making contradiction about the sport or whatever. I don't always need to talk about it because the reason that I don't talk about it is our sport is not established well. Hmm? How am I going to contradict outside there? Like now, you can see most of people are running on the roadside crazy about the Barcelona, the Real Madrid,
Yeah.
and other sport in the Europe.
Yes.
And these are the well-established clubs. And your team is very boring here, and you run to the Europe. Eh? So that one is not the case totally. We need to start it at home. Eh?
Yes.
We reform our sport, and then we shall be comparing. You cannot watch something without benefit. For me, I can watch a football of the Europe because I want to do what? To do it at home. But if I keep watching it and then I go back home making noise and what did I achieve on it? Eh? It is just wasting of time, wasting of energy, and nothing is going to be achieved on it. So let's say that this Will Local Football Association should prioritize the young players. Let's say these old players now are gone. They are not going anywhere again. They have reached the limit of their journey. And now they will retire without an allowance. They will retire without anything that they have. Later they will go and start their life. They will not even manage it and they will be called lazy. They will be called like people who have never did something in their life, but not their failure. They were choosing something as their career, but that career have never earned them something. So we cannot blame them. And we are now celebrating them when they bring happiness to us. Like you see, Woolies last time when they win, all the major roads used to be closed. They are happy. The person who brings happiness to you, why don't you use them? So the welfare of players is not the only in a win local football system. Also, a lot of people have money now. I can donate them. I can give every player can go without. I can inform the management and saying that I want to do something to your players. If I don't trust the management. So you take permission, you go. Give something tangible so that they will see what they are doing is something important and it will motivate them and they will work wholeheartedly. But now that they are there, even at times, it's very hard. They will not do something better. So the welfare of our players is collective responsibility of everyone that have money. So don't keep them there and saying that, okay, I will be waiting for the players to make something, then I will feel happy. You should not feel happy just like you got. Happiness calls you. You need to do something so that our players can do something. Uh, a sport also cannot be just taken as something simple. It is not something simple. It is something that can take in half regionally. You see what happened to South Sudan basketball last time. People are celebrating. Was it not good? It is good. Also, the same thing we want to do it in our sport football team also. Uh, Now, as we are approaching to the tournament, I will not talk for the general level, but let's speak into the tournament. We support them now at this particular time of tournament. If you don't want to support them for a long time, just support them at this time around, and later you will just relax if you want to relax. So that is what I can say about the welfare of our players at this particular time.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Brother Dow. We are now coming to the end of the programs, and I really thank you for coming. And I will also bring you along as the tournament is going to start, so that
Mm.
we analyze about the tournament itself and the ongoing games. So today it has been a great day indeed. 1 hour and 35 minutes live to as we are analyzing the Will Counties tournament teams that are going to participate in the tournaments. And Brother Dow has been one of the beacons that we are discussing this topic today, and it's a great thing. So a call podcast is always open for everybody who want to come here and also to have a discussions. Brother Dow, I want to thank you for coming to our call podcast always, and this is a great thing. So we thank you and bye bye from now. Okay?
Thank you so much.
Yes, yes. Thank you, thank you. Yes, yeah, yeah. I'm getting you.
Something lastly about the tournament that is going to take place. So this tournament, I would like to advise all our team, all our fans, that this tournament uh, should be all about unity. We should not come. You are getting me?
Yeah, I'm getting you very well.
Okay. We should not come without the intention. Let's come with the intention of supporting our players, supporting our team peacefully, like the way we did it some years back. I can see, if I see the general situation of this tournament this year, I can see it will not be, the supporters will not be like the supporters of last year, because our youth are now not engaging well in the sport. But this is the right thing that they can engage on it. Now our youth left the sport and they are much engaging in a political crisis more than sport right now. So I would like to think that drop the spirit of political crisis and then choose the spirit of the sportsmanship to celebrate our tournament, and then we can remain peaceful in the way that we want it, because the tournament was made for the peace. It was made for the interaction. If you go, you will meet with other people that you have never met all this time. We are staying here in Juba, and each and everyone is staying in a very different location. We don't meet quickly, but this time around that the tournament is going to open, we shall meet all of us. If we are going to meet all of us, let's celebrate it as something important and leave what are facing us right now. Instead of focusing on other things, let's focus in the sport that will bring us together. I also want to advise the management that is led by President of the Aweil, Peace Tournament, Wolidangui, uh, to give this space for the sport only and do not have the politics in the game. So when the game is going to start, like on the date 31st this month, I would like to advise them to give just a few remarks to just a few people, not to involve a lot of politicians that will come and pass their interest, and later the tournament end up in a chaos. So Will is always known for peace and is known for doing their thing in a smart way that there is no any interruption. We don't need this tournament to be interrupted. We need this tournament to be like the other tournament. And the leadership is very strong the way I see. They are strong financially and they are strong in the organization. Because I see the committees that have been formed. There are very many committees, which means that every angle will be half setting. And if every angle will be half setting, that is what we want. But we need to keep the tournament in a very distant away from the politics. Politicians, our leaders, but let them stay in very far away with us. And then this ground of the sport, let it continue without political connection. So this is the advice that I want to give
Thank you.
to the top management and also to our youth, so that we can give this ground a peaceful celebration and do it as a tournament like the normal thing that we used to do it.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Brother Dana Koda, for these wonderful remarks about the tournaments and the external influence to a Will Counties tournaments that might happen in the launching day. So we really thank you so much for advising the teams, advising also the administrations of a Will Counties tournament to move forward with objective of their Will Counties tournament in order to be successful and also give the developments agenda and also the unity that we are looking for in our states. So this is a great advice, and I hope that some of them are also following us here in the call podcast and they're listening to you. So we really believe that the tournament is going to end successful without anything. So thank you, Brother Dana Kodao, for these wonderful discussions, and we thank you. Next time we want to see you discussing all this topic. Thank you. Bye bye from now on. We shall meet next time.
Thanks so much.
Yeah. The biggest tournament of the season is here, and the capital is about to shake. This brutal battle for ultimate prides, a trialing clash of their tide as a Willis County football team, the landlord, step on the field to defend their title against the fierce, unstoppable Aweil North County, the Warriors. Don't miss a single second of the battle. Watch it live and exclusively only on a Con podcast. The Voice of Innovation on 31st of May 2026. Proudly sponsored by Aweil Group for Computing Limited, your home of creativity. Welcome from there. This is a call podcast. The biggest tournament of the season is here. And the capital is about for following all these things, and it's really a great thing. We hope that you're going to follow all the matches here in a call podcast, the Voice of Innovations. We have also included some of the pages that are going to take this one live exclusively from Aweil Group for Computing Limited as one of the company that is going to help all these pages in order to go live all together. Then there are 3 pages that you're going to see all these things, and you're going to see it here in a call podcast, the Voice of Innovation. You're also going to see it in Quick Press Media. You're going to see it there. You're going to see also from Sun Matrix Media, and this is where you're going to see all the football live, including the scorings and also the timing of the match. You're also going to see a lot of things. We are going to add them as we're going to see the names of the players. So thank you so much for following a call podcast, the Voice of Innovations. We hope we are going to bring to you every minute of our Will County's tournament that is going to start on 31st of May 2026 in Juba International Stadium. And this match is going to be between Aweil North County and Aweil East County. They are rival teams that have been playing for decades, and they know themselves, they know how they play. That is one of the unity of Aweil that we're always looking for. And Aweil County's tournament is a new forms entity and is going to make these things successfully. So thank you so much. We have been seeing a consensus from the comment sections in a call podcast, the Voice of Innovation, that we need also to add some of the language, some of our local language, so that uh, some of the people who don't know English, they will also hear what they want to say. That is a genuine reasons. That's why we have started a call podcast, the Voice of Innovation, to be bridge and also to give all these things to people who are really very far away from Juba, people who are in USA, people who are in Australia, people who are in Kenya, Uganda, and all this, in order to follow from a call podcast, the Voice of Innovation. If they want to watch this Will County tournaments, you can watch it live here in a call podcast, the Voice of Innovations. So this consent, we are going to work in it, and it's one of the nicest consent that we've been hearing and we have been saying from the comment sections that we need to add Dinka language, so that some of our followers and some of the people who doesn't know English can also listen from that. Seeing this tournament is only for Aweil. We are going to do this very soon. So let the tournament start and everything is going to be in control. So don't worry, and bye-bye from now. Your brother called me in from a call podcast, the Voice of Innovation. The biggest tournament of the season is here, and the capital is about to shake. This brutal battle for ultimate prides, a trialing clash of their tide as a Willis County football team, the landlord, step on the field to defend their title against the fierce, unstoppable Aweil North County, the Warriors. Don't miss a single second of the battle. Watch it live and exclusively only on a Con podcast, the Voice of Innovation on 31st of May 2026.